Rockets at Spurs, 8 o'clock, Frostbank Center in San Antonio. Two young teams in Texas playing their second consecutive game against each other in this gym. Luke's back in the house, the prop master he is, looking at fourth overall pick, Stefan Castle, building castles perhaps with his statistics tonight. You like the PRA over 11.5.
I do. I love this play. He's not even a starter yet in the NBA, but that there's really good value on this line. His PRA, for those that need to break it down, it's points, rebounds, and assists. It's a combo stat. It's sitting at 11 and a half. And look at his stats through two games. He's averaging 14 PRA on the season. He's covered this in both games. And honestly, he hasn't even shot the ball very well. He has yet to make a three-pointer. But he's a stud. I mean, those that follow college hoops, he was such a good athlete at UConn. He's 6'5", so athletic. And I think the Spurs are pretty high on him. I mean, he's getting a lot of minutes in the first two games and hasn't shot the ball well. Honestly, when I break down the analytics, my platform has him projected for 11 points alone. I mean, so he would need one assist, one rebound to cover if that's true. I just think the value there is huge here. And I have him taking the over. So again, Castle over 11 and a half. What do you think, Sharky? Is that sharp? What do we got here?
I think it is sharp, but I think as he's going to get into a flow in his career here, he's going to show more efficiency. And you had said something to me off the air, which I think is very applicable here, and it correlates to my handicap. If this game gets highly one-sided to the Houston side of this game, he might be on the court in the second half to really bloat some stats here. So Luke on the over, PRA Stephen Castle, 11.5. My top play in this game, Houston minus 2.5. And as I mentioned, this is two consecutive games in the same gym, almost like a mini playoff series. And this scheduling started during the COVID season 4 years ago for travel purposes and safety purposes. They have stuck to it. And you see these very often, and it's very difficult for the same team to win both games. And of course, the Spurs did win the first one over the weekend, 109-106. Came out blazing hot in the first half, caught Houston napping. But I think a very specific point on that was a 3rd-and-4 home road back-to-back for Houston. Noteworthy fatigue spot off a 20-point win the previous night against Memphis. Not where you expect Houston to play well really ever. So now they get to sit in a hotel room in San Antonio, maybe go over to the Riverwalk, stew on this for about 48 hours with Ime Udoka in their ear, and they get to come back in a one-off revenge game on a stronger line. They were laying 1.5 on Saturday. They're laying 2.5 here. Books like them. We like the revenge. And the final point on this, Spurs played 2 of these environments last year at home, 2 straight against the Lakers, 2 straight against Phoenix. They did split both. Spurs are young. It's going to be tough for them to win 2 in a row against this very grinderish Udoka team. We love this. We love the Rockets tonight here at minus 2.5. Let's cash this one.
I love it. If I can add one little tidbit here, I think you cap the games, I cap the props, but I think Houston was a public favorite in that first game of the series, which, sharp side went Spurs and Spurs won. I think it flipped to your point. So let's cheer for, a big Houston win, some garbage time for Castle, and let's go 2-0 for the crowd.